Honestly, I think when I was on the visit, when I was with the guys at Coach Fran's house, just hanging, I felt like I've known them for 4 years. Like I was there for already 4 years. That's probably the biggest thing.
How would you describe your game?
I would say I'm a pass-first point guard. I like to get others involved and then play defense. You don't hear many guys talk about defense much anymore, but I pride myself on defense. I was at a school that prided themselves on defense for the last 4 years too. So.
6 assists a game is not a common number. How did you make that happen?
I think kind of just trusting the feel I have for the game and kind of just letting plays happen for themselves. I think that was the biggest thing, just playing and just not worrying about numbers and just having fun and just trusting your teammates.
The 26 wins is a lot of wins anywhere in Division I. How did you guys do that?
Taking a game at a time. No game is the same as the last game. Your mindset has to be getting rid of whatever happened those last games and focus on that next one.
What's it like competing against Brock? How's that competition gone between the two of you? Because Brock likes to talk.
No, he's a great player. He gets fiery, and that's okay because it brings out the best out of everybody. And I think at me being an older guy, I understand it. I love it. It's really fun to play against, and we bring out the best in each other.
Could you see a scenario where you guys are playing together instead of just like, have you guys done that in practice?
100%. I think both of our IQs allow us to play with each other, even if one of us isn't on the ball. I think the way that we move it and the way that the team moves and the way that we play so fast that it doesn't really matter who really technically has the ball in their hands. So it's definitely.
He mentioned defense as being kind of a focus, and you guys trying to be disruptive on that end of the floor. Can you speak to that a little bit?
I think that's another big reason why they kind of brought me here, to put pressure on the ball, because at my last school we played a lot of defense, and you could tell like we were a defensive-minded team. So I think bringing those principles here kind of helps this team out a lot more.
How did competing against some big schools, some Big Ten schools, you played Illinois at the end of the year, prepare you for playing in the Big Ten?
Well, I mean, Illinois is a great example. You know, we start off a 9-0 run, and then you look at halftime, we're down 1. I think we just ran out of gas in the second half. But you look at a game like Indiana, we're leading, we're up by 15. You know, we just let that lead go. We lost by 1. But like we mentally and physically, I feel prepared for the Big Ten.
You're a college graduate, right?
Yes, sir.
What did you graduate in?
Sports management.
And then so, does that make this year easier?
I would hope so. You know, I would hope so. It makes it a little bit easier, but we'll see. We'll see.
How do you go about, you're a new guy, but I'm sure Fran wants you to be a leader, right, on this team? So how have you gone about making that transition, and are you being a leader, do you think?
I think in spots there's time for me to learn and grow, but then other spots he expects me to talk to teammates when there's something going on. Like let's say we have possession and it's a little chaotic. I think slow the tempo down, kind of point guys to go in the right positions. Like there's things I can do without even knowing what to do, and just kind of being the point guard that they need.
Josh had mentioned that I think between you and Brock get a little chippy from time to time. What's that been like?
We're both competitors, you know, and at the end of the day, we're brothers. Off the court, he's the funniest guy in the world. You know, he sits next to me in the locker room. We're close. So there's nothing like, but we get on these 4 lines, it's all about winning. That's what it's about.
So everybody's kind of a new face to you, but people jump out at you besides like, you know, you knew what Peyton was probably going to be like or Josh, but who jumps out at you right away as a player?
I personally didn't realize how like good Josh and Owen were going to be. Like Owen's stronger than he looks. I'm not going to lie to you guys. He's stronger than he looks, and Josh, his shot making is pretty impressive.
Do some of the younger guys, the newer faces, impress you too?
I would say Cooper, you know, the size that he has, the length, and the ability he has to make shots is pretty impressive.
It's been kind of difficult